Hello, hello. I'm teacher Beatriz, and I am here today for us to have a demo lesson for you to understand how my lessons they work. So today we're going to see something that people are always asking me. So what's the difference between Brazilian Portuguese and European Portuguese? That's a good question. So today I prepared some material for you, and we're going to see Português. So por que português do Brasil? Why Portuguese from Brazil? So Brazil is the largest country in Latin America. We have a huge population and we were colonized by Portugal in the 16th century. We had immigrants from all over the world. So we have immigrants from the African continent, the European continent, and from Asia as well. And Brazil is known for our mixing culture and our plurality and diversity in our country. What are the differences between Brazilian Portuguese and European Portuguese? So there are differences, a lot of differences between Brazilian Portuguese and European Portuguese, but it's good to remember that Portuguese is there's a language that it's spoken in 9 different countries. So we have here in our map some of those countries where you can find Portuguese. And so it's a language that is spoken all over the world. Here I have some of the subjects in Brazilian Portuguese. So the Brazilian Portuguese has some aspects that are very important because we were mixing a lot of different people from all over the world. Some words that were originally in the European Portuguese, they are not used in the daily basis. That doesn't mean that the grammar between Portugal and Brazil is different. So that's not it. We have the same grammar. We learn the same Portuguese. But because of the informality of Brazilian Portuguese, we have some differences between those languages. So the subjects in Portuguese are eu, I, você, or tu, that is you, ele, ela, he, she. We don't have it. So in Portuguese, we don't have any neutral gender. We don't have it. There are some languages that you have he, she, it in English, in German, but Portuguese is not one of those languages. So everything has a gender. And then we separate things from feminine and masculine. So we say only he and she. We don't have it. A gente and nós. So it means we. Vocês, you in the plural, and eles, elas, they. Why eles, elas? Because we don't have they that is neutral, so we use they feminine and they masculine. We're going to understand better those things. Here I say that there are some places in Brazil that we say tu. So we have 2 different ways on saying you, that is tu, and você. And we have 2 different ways on saying we, that is a gente and nós. Okay, so we have different ways on being formal in Brazilian Portuguese and in European Portuguese. We're also going to study a little bit more about that. And here I explain a little bit more about when we use nós and when we use a gente. And we're going to see that Brazilian Portuguese, we have differences between the formal and informal situations, and what we are going to use when we're talking to people, and what we are going to use when we are writing a formal email or a letter. So there are things that we need to pay attention when we are learning a new language. Here, talk a little bit more about the contributions to the language that the natives in Brazil and the immigrants, they had in our language as it is now. And one thing that is important to say is that we had this orthographic agreement between all of the countries that speaks Portuguese. That means that the language is the same in all of these countries. And in schools and universities, we are only going to learn one language. So the Portuguese that we learn in Portugal, we're going to learn in Brazil, we're going to learn in Angola and all other countries that speaks Portuguese. That's very important because even though we have differences about the accent and about the culture, the language is still the same. So of course that we're going to have some informalities and the daily basis is going to be so different in the different countries, but not even the countries, because Brazil is so big that we have different regions, and in each region we have different types of languages and informal dialects and things like that. So you're going to see all of that. And depending if you're going to live in Brazil and what region you're going to live in Brazil, then we're going to specify even more in the region that you want to know or you want to live. And here we have some differences between the words before and after the agreement. So it's a little bit for intermediate to advanced students. We have a lot of difference in the accents. And here we have some of the words that are different between Brazil and Portugal. So we have some words that are different. And if you want to go to Portugal or if you want to learn the Portuguese vocabulary, we're also going to see those differences and those words. Not all of the words are used in Brazil, but a lot of them, yes. And thank you. So this content was made by me, teacher Beatriz, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.